have a day. Okay. Hello, Francisco. How are you?
Good evening, teacher. I'm fine, teacher.
Okay, that's something good. I'm happy to listen about it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for coming on time. Well, Evelyn is here, but I guess she's having troubles with her microphone. Oh, no, she's here. Hello, Evelyn. How are you today?
Hello, I'm fine. Sorry, the internet is bad today.
Okay, yes, I imagine. Okay, well, over here, guys, the internet is not it's not good, but it's not that bad. Okay, so it's not really bad. Well, at least I can work with it. Okay, so we can work with it. Thank you for coming, Evelyn and Francisco. So we will start in a little moment. Let's wait for some of your classmates. Maybe they are connecting, and then we can continue with our class. Well, before we start, tell me, how was your weekend? Francisco, how was your weekend?
Well, teacher. Uh, well, my weekend has been a kind of quiet. I didn't too much. I stayed at home and I ate a lot food.
Okay, so that's something great. Okay, so you staying at home and eating is, well, those are the great activities that we can do during the weekend. So
uh,
that's
well, let me tell you something that it's supposed that I don't have to eat too much because I'm losing weight. But
oh, okay.
this weekend I lost the control.
Okay. So, well, that's something nice. So from time to time, it's good to take those permissions from yourself. So that's something good, okay?
Yeah, but
And
tomorrow uh, I'm going to suffering into the gym. As you know,
oh, so
I'm gonna pay everything that I have eaten.
okay, yeah. So, well, you have to go to the gym tomorrow, Francisco. That's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice. Okay. Let's see, Evelyn, and how was your weekend?
Um, well, Saturday I had to work, and Sunday it was my day off, but it's very busy because I have to do every in my house, the cleaning, and I cook lunch for the week too, and it's very uh, tired.
Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, so I'm really sorry, but I hope you can rest. Okay, at least during the night, so you can have a time for you and relaxed. Okay, very good, Evelyn. Thank you for sharing. And let's see, today we have Alberto. So hello, Alberto. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
Uh, my day is very busy um, um, in work at work. Sorry, and in, um, um, very heavy teacher. Um,
Okay, I got it. So I'm
mhm.
really sorry, Alberto. But thank you for coming to our class. Okay, I hope you can
Okay.
practice and enjoy the class.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, guys,
Thank
it's 9 and 10 minutes. So we will start with our class. Maybe if your classmates are coming, so they can get together in the during the activities. Okay. So everybody, in this moment, I want to remind you that um, on Friday now. On Thursday, we finish with our topics from Unit 3, okay? So it means, give me a second, guys. My screen is loading. Okay, there you go. So guys, on Thursday, we finished with our topics about passive voice. So we had 2 classes about the passive voice, and we started, well, 1 class about the passive voice, and we learned everybody how to use the passive voice. As you remember, this is a hard topic to practice, but we will try to do our best and practice a little bit about this, okay? To start with this class, guys, I want to ask you about something. Guys, do you know about Salvadorian culture? Talking about, guys, festivities and food and all of those kind of things, okay? Do you know about culture? We will start with Francisco, okay? I want to know about your opinion about it. Francisco, do you know about Salvadorian culture?
Yes, teacher. I know a little bit about the Salvadorian culture, our culture.
Okay, that's something nice. And tell me, what do you like the most about the culture?
Um, well, I would say that we are uh, hard workers, people who like to work hard, and also uh, people always smiling. And what else? Uh, about a culture, um, maybe uh, I don't know.
Okay.
There are many things that I like about our culture.
Okay, so I will listen to those things in a moment, okay? Because one of our activities is also related to this one. But thank you, Francisco. You mentioned something
Okay.
important, guys. One important characteristic that some people, some foreign people have about Salvadoran people. So some tourists, we could say, some tourists think that we are a really kind people. We are really happy. So that's something that most of Salvadorian, we could say that most of Salvadorians show to people from other countries. So that's something good, okay? What do you think, Evelyn? Do you know about culture in El Salvador?
Mm, yes, uh, we have a lot of traditions and festivals in different uh, places, like fireballs in Nejapa and a gastronomic festival in Huayua, and in Chalatenango uh, they eat some tamales called ticucos, uh, and that's similar tamales pisques, but they they add chipilín.
Okay, well, that's something really nice that you mentioned about different traditions that we have in El Salvador. And about what you said about Chalatenango is that, well, you know that all in our country, okay, throughout our country, guys, there are different traditions that are specific from different from those places, right? As she said, as Avelin said, so in Chalatenango, they eat kind of tamales with a different name. Well, you know that in San Miguel, so they eat pupusas in a different way than we do over here in San Salvador downtown. So there are different
Yes.
traditions or different things that are, even though we are in the same country, guys, we are different in some way. Okay. Very good, Evelyn. Thank you for sharing about it. Okay. And what do you think, Alberto? Do you know something about Salvadorian culture?
Yes, teacher. Is our culture is very very beautiful. Um, um, we have um, varios, teacher, ¿cómo se dice? Varias o
Maybe
varios,
we can say a lot of.
a lot of tradition between the pupusas, los pupusas, and los tamales también de los que hablaba Evelyn. And we had chuco, atol chuco, um, and we had a tradition en fiestas patronales en abril, en agosto, y en December. Very, 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 very beautiful. Our culture teacher.
Oh, great, Alberto. Well, thank you for what you said about it. Something that you can notice, everybody, is that our country have a lot of traditions, a lot of culture, a lot of things that identify culture. So we are a country full of diversity, and this is something good. But the most important thing about our culture, guys, and we could see with our examples, is food, guys. Over here in El Salvador, we could say that the most important thing is food, okay? Because we have a lot of food, okay? Different kind of food. Even though we have other things that are also important, for example, touristic places, festivities, well, the patriotic symbols. So all of them, guys, are important, but the most important thing that we as Salvadorans consider is food. Okay, so that's something nice, guys. Okay, thank you for sharing about it. We will continue with our next activity, but before we start, hello, Griselda, how are you today?
Hi. Very good, thank you.
Okay, that's nice. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Everybody, remember that last week we studied some topics, guys. We talked about two different topics. The first one was passive voice. The other is participle adjectives. But I guess everybody, the most difficult topic was this one, passive voice. Why? Because everybody, we have to use different structures to talk about to share to exchange one example from active voice to passive voice. Okay, so let's check right now our examples. To start, I want to listen to Francisco. Please, Francisco, help me reading the active voice structure. Go ahead.
Okay, teacher, for active voice, the structure is subject plus verb plus object. Sentence would be Rina gave me the book. Is that correct?
That's it. Yeah. Okay, as you can see over here, we have an example in simple past. So this example is in simple past because we have a verb in past, of course. And this is the basic structure, everybody, of simple present, of simple past, I mean. Subject, verb, and object or complement, okay? Then everybody, in passive voice, we have to use another structure That I will explain in a moment. But first, now everybody, I want to listen to Griselda, okay? Griselda, help me reading the information about passive voice. Go ahead.
Okay. Passive voice. The structure is object plus verb plus by plus subject. Um, Verb to be plus verb in past participle. The example. The book was given to me by Rina.
Nice. Okay, thank you for reading. And it was really good. Guys, as you can see in the structure, we change the position of the subject and the object. And in this structure, guys, we have simple things. The object, the verb, and the use of by, and then the subject or the doer of the action. But guys, something that we have to take into account when we talk about the verb of the passive voice is that we have to use two verbs. First of all, we use the verb to be depending on the grammar tense we have the example in. For example, in this exercise or in this example, guys, the sentence is in simple past. So in passive voice, we have to use the verb to be in past, okay? If the sentence is in simple present, we have to use the verb to be in present. If the sentence is in simple future using will, we have to use the auxiliary will and the verb be like in future, okay? So we have to respect everybody the grammar tense we are using in the example in active voice. And then everybody, the next thing is the use of a verb in past participle. All the verbs in past participle, guys, are the verbs that we use in the perfect tenses. For example, in present perfect, in past perfect. So we have to use these verbs, the past participle verbs. And we can see that in this example, guys. For example, in simple past, we use gave. But then everybody, in passive voice for simple past examples, we use was, which is the verb to be in past, and then the verb in past participle, given. The book was given to me by Rina. Okay? So let's remember this structure, everybody, and remember that we have to change positions. If we use the doer or the agent of the action, everybody, at the beginning of the sentence, it's an active voice sentence. But if we use it at the end, guys, and we use the object at the beginning, so in that case, everybody, we know that this is a passive voice example. Okay, let's practice this topic right now, everybody, to identify if we have troubles with this topic or not. Let me share my screen with you guys and complete the next exercise. Look at the instructions. Decide whether the sentences are written in active or passive. As you can see, everybody, we have 10 sentences, okay? We have to decide if the sentences are if they are in active voice or they are in passive voice, okay? So I will give you 1 minute, check the sentences, everybody, and decide if they are passive or active voice sentences, okay? I will give you 1 minute from now. Time's up. So everybody, let's see. Today we are 4 people, so we will try to complete 2 examples per person. So to start with this activity, let's pay attention to Evelyn, okay? Evelyn, please read the sentence and tell me if it is active or passive.
Boys like to play soccer. Is active.
Active. Okay, thank you. Okay, number 2, Alberto.
Okay.
Read the sentence and tell me if it is active or passive.
It's active, teacher.
It's active. Okay, read the sentence, please.
This room has been painted blue.
So, final answer, active or passive?
Active.
Active, okay. Thank you. Number 3, Francisco, tell me, what is example number 3?
Number 3 is a passive.
Okay, read the complete sentence.
Cricket is played in Australia.
Okay, thank you. Griselda, example number 4.
I am given a book. Is active.
It's active. Okay. Let's see. I am given a book. Okay, thank you. Let's see now, Alberto, example number 5.
It's active, teacher.
Active. Okay, read the sentence, please.
We have lost our keys.
Our keys. Nice. Thank you. Well done. Let's see, Francisco, example 6.
It's a active.
Okay, read.
You might see dolphin here.
Nice. Okay, you might see dolphins here. Well done. Okay, thank you, Francisco. Let's see, Griselda, example 7.
Is passive. The report must be completed by next Friday.
Okay, I'm passive. Okay, thank you. Evelyn, example 8.
They were singing a song in the lesson yesterday. Active.
Active. Okay, guys. Now let's check everybody together example 9 and 10. Example 9. A letter was written to her some days ago. Please write on the Zoom chat if it is active or passive. What do you think? Write on the chat, okay? Over here. Okay, Griselda, passive. What do you think? Evelyn, passive, Francisco, passive. Okay, nice job. This is a passive voice example. In example 10, the black bike is being repaired at the moment. What do you think? Active or passive? Let's see. Passive. Okay. Okay, passive. Griselda, also Francisco, also Evelyn. Okay, this is passive. Well, everybody, let's check together if all of them are correct. And then let's check a little bit more what was, if we have a mistake, okay? If we have a mistake, we check why they are not correct. In this opportunity, guys, we have 8 answers out of 10 correctly. So let's check why they are not correct. Okay, example 2. This room has been painted blue. We say that this is active, but the right answer is passive. How do you know that this sentence is in passive voice? Who can help me?
Because it's an object.
Because it's an object, this room, yeah, it's possible, but what else? What else helps you to identify that this is impassive?
And the verb is in the past participle. Participle.
Okay, nice. So we have a verb in past participle. This is one thing that it's important, but also, guys, we have the verb to be, okay? Something that can help you identify if it is active or passive voice, guys, is the use of verb to be and another verb. If we have two verbs, everybody, verb to be, first of all, and the other verb in past participle, guys, then you know that this is a passive voice example. And we have the same answer in example 4. I am given a book. I am given a book. Okay, this sentence is kind of confusing because it starts with I am. So in this exercise, guys, maybe we need the agent, okay? It will be easier, guys. It will be easier if we have by and the agent. By Francisco, for example, I am given a book by Francisco. So if we change the sentence to the correct form in active voice, the sentence would be Francisco gives me a book. Uy, gives me a book. I'm sorry for using your name, Francisco. But this is, guys, to help you identify what is the agent. In this sentence, we don't, oh, give me a second. In this sentence, everybody, we don't have an agent. In this case, we are the object, okay? We are the object, but not the object because we are objects. We are the object because we are using the object pronoun, okay? Francisco gives me a book, okay? So then if we change the sentence to passive voice, I am given a book by Francisco. Obviously, guys, we don't have the agent in this example. That's why it's kind of, give me a second. That's why it's confusing. But how do you identify, everybody, that this example is in passive voice? Because of the verb to be and the verb in past participle. Try to remember this, everybody, and well, let's continue practicing on the platform. In this moment, everybody, we will move to our next activity. What is the next activity about? Let me share my screen with, well, my presentation with you to continue with our next activity. As you remember, guys, today's objective is to have a speaking practice. So now, everybody, we will continue with this speaking practice. Our speaking practice in this opportunity, guys, give me a second. Our speaking practice for today, everybody, is to talk about Salvadorian culture, okay? As you know, everybody, when we talk about passive voice, we talk about touristic places or historical places. We share the information about them. So today, everybody, we have to use passive voice not to talk about places, but to talk about, or you can talk about places in El Salvador that are important in culture. But also, guys, we can talk about, look at this, we can talk about festivities, traditional food, Salvadorian folk music, tourist places, or famous people who were born here in El Salvador, of course. Use passive voice and adjectives to describe. Okay, everybody, please select just one category, okay? If you talk about festivities, talk about just about festivities. And if you can, guys, talk about one festivity, and that's it. Then, guys, if you talk about traditional food, so you can talk about only traditional food. Salvadorian folk music, so just Salvadorian folk music. The point is, everybody, to focus on one thing and to use passive voice talking about that thing. Okay, everybody? Okay, everybody? Hello?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Well, everybody, in this opportunity, we will work in pairs, I'm sorry. As you can see, we have to find out information. So you can go to Google, everybody, and search information about the topic you want to speak about, okay? In this opportunity, well, we will work boys and girls, okay? So boys with boys and girls with girls. I will give you 5 minutes, guys. If you haven't finished in those 5 minutes, I will give you 1 or 2 more minutes, okay? But please, guys, try to practice and try to talk about this, okay? We will continue, guys. See you in 5 minutes. Bye-bye.
Traditional food from El Salvador, all food from El Salvador is our traditional food is the
Yeah.
best in Central America. What do you think about it?
Okay, sí, yes. Francisco, uh, uh, favorite food in El Salvador, in Central America, is la pupusa. Hay variety. There is variety, cheese, and tocino, loroco, chicharrón.
Yes.
Yes, uh, there are variety in flavors, sabors.
Yes.
Yes, es the best in El Salvador and Central America.
Yes. Let me tell you that I have visited.
Um,
Maybe we have to choose a place. Mm, I don't know. The most famous now, I think, is Surf City and El Tunco
yes, Surf
and all that.
City. Surf City is very nice, and the is the very many people visited and the other countries. And and el Tunco too. The Coatepeque Lake is very famous for the color aqua turquesa.
Yes.
Yes, in this weekend, very a lot of people visited the lake. You visited Coatepeque Lake?
No,
No?
I didn't.
Oh. And
It's the next place I have to visit.
okay. And the other place famous in El Salvador, the Ruta de las Flores.
Ah, yes.
Yes. You visited Apaneca or the Atacu,
Ayua,
Guayua.
no, it's Salco.
Yes.
And as you say, many different style or cooked pupusas. Ooh, many varieties like pupusas
Yeah.
with cheese and pork, beans, with chicken, with shrimp,
Yeah.
with oof, oof. And biggest and small pupusas, and big size pupusas. Wow. So what else? Yeah, no, I know. Many dishes, traditional food from El Salvador.
More like the Oloquilta, no, Frank?
Oh, wow. Yes, bro. You know, oh, that are really good taste. The pupusa from Oloquilta,
Ah,
wow. The
yeah,
the 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 the, uh, the flavor is
yeah.
different than others, but you know, have you heard about the pupusa from Los Planes de Rendero?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, it's most
Oh,
expensive. It's most
yes,
expensive, but it's delicious
it's
pupusas.
delicious. Yeah,
Uh,
Frank, it's
yeah,
delicious.
yeah,
The Planet de Renderos. Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
It's more for people who want to spend more money, but
Yeah. Hmm.
you can enjoy the
Yes,
food.
yes.
Uh, I went to the visit. I went to the Apopa. In Apopa,
Okay.
you can
Hmm.
find in.
Hi.
Hey, hello, Evelyn.
Hello, Evelyn. Thank you, Frank.
Okay,
Okay, Albert.
now with our activity, well, talking about something cultural, something about El Salvador. In this opportunity, guys, well, there were two groups, boys group and girls group. Sorry, we will be gentlemen today, and we will listen to girls first, okay? Ladies first. Griselda, tell me about something. Tell me about something from El Salvador. Okay, go ahead.
We speak about the tourist places like visited prefer the beach and see the Sur City, El Tunco, and I prefer the beach, but I like Guatepeque Lake.
Okay, thank you. What can you tell me about it, Evelyn?
Well, um, I was talking with Griselda. I never visited Lago de Coatepeque,
Okay.
and and we are saying too. We have a lot of places and tourist places for different different people because we have beaches for the people who likes to surf or stay in on on the sand and enjoy the the, the seawater. And we have volcanoes or mountains for people who likes to climb, and we have uh, uh, towns too, uh, for the people who enjoys to the food uh, and go shopping to the different uh, different things. I don't know.
Okay, that's something nice about tourism in El Salvador. There are a lot of touristic places. I'm really happy to listen that you shared your opinion about the places you like. For example, Griselda likes well, she likes the Coatepeque Lake, for example. Evelyn prefers beaches. So that's something nice, okay? That we have a diversity, we have the diversity of places, and that you can decide, talking about different kind of tourism that we have over here. So thank you for talking about it, Evelyn and Griselda. That was a great presentation. Well, continue practicing and remember to use the adjectives. It was great. Just let's continue working with these topics, okay? Now it's time to listen to Alberto and Francisco. So Alberto, Francisco, tell me about a Salvadorian culture. Go ahead.
Uh, well, teacher, uh, Roberto and me, we have spoken about the traditional food in El Salvador, and we conclude that the most important food or traditional food in El Salvador is the pupusa. You know, the pupusa have a long story. Many people say that the pupusa has made from 300 years ago. Also, I have visited some countries and I have tasted many dishes. And let me tell you that the pupusa, nothing compares to the pupusa. It's true. Um, what else? I would say that the traditional food like pupusa is big value for us. you can find pupusas every corners, and you know, in different styles. So um, we uh, we agree with Roberto that is the most important tradition of the food in El Salvador. I don't know if Roberto wants to say something.
Okay, Alberto. Alberto, do you want to say something about the pupusas?
Yes, teacher. We talked about pupusas with Frank, and we talked the variety and pupusas and expense the price and calidad
Uh-huh.
and and, and variety the sabores, teacher, perdón, sorry.
Flavors?
Flavor, okay, thank you. And yes, a tradition in El Salvador and la pupusa.
Well, guys, that's something nice that we talk about. Well, you talk about pupusas. Well, that's a really delicious um, dish that we have in El Salvador. Francisco mentioned something important is that nothing compares with pupusas. So that's something good, okay, about our country and about the gastronomy over here. So thank you for using also for describing a little bit about pupusas, using adjectives. And at the beginning, I listened an interesting fact, and is that pupusas had been made since 300 years ago. I remember. I don't remember if it was your example, but that was nice. Okay. Thank you for sharing this information about pupusas, Francisco and Alberto. So let's continue practicing and working hard like you did. Okay. Francisco, Alberto, Evelyn, and Griselda, all of you did an amazing job. So let's continue working like that. Guys, it's time to, well, it's almost time to go. I just want to share the following information, guys. As you know, today we finish with this practice, we finish Unit 3. So I need you to finish, guys, with all the activities in Unit 3. It means, everybody, that we have to complete the activities from 3.2.4 to activity 3.4.4. Okay, please guys, try to work on this. As you can see, all of these activities are related to passive voice. So please try to work on it. If you have any question, guys, you know, you can ask me. Complete these activities, guys. So then tomorrow we can continue, guys, with Unit 4. Okay. Everybody, I don't know if you have any question about our class, about any activity on the platform or something I can help you with. Okay, there are no questions. Okay, guys, if you don't have any question, I am glad to listen to you practicing today. I hope tomorrow we can start with Unit 4 and that all of us come and practice. Okay, have a good night, everybody. Nice to listen to your examples today. I hope to see you tomorrow. Okay,
Okay,
bye-bye.
teacher.
Good night, teacher.
Good
Well,
night.
good
Take
night,
Good night,
care.
everybody.
everybody.